There is a sacred moment in life when we finally turn our gaze back toward our parents, not with demand, not with judgment, not with expectation, but with gratitude. In that moment, something ancient within us begins to move. The current of life, once blocked by pain, starts to flow again, and with it comes prosperity, abundance, and the quiet certainty that we belong. Bert Hellinger understood this mystery deeply. He saw that prosperity is not only about money, work, or effort. It is about flow, and this flow begins at the source of life itself. Our parents are that source. When we reject them, consciously or unconsciously, we interrupt the river that feeds everything we long for: love, peace, success, and wealth. Let us explore this truth together, slowly, as one who walks through sacred ground. To look at our parents with gratitude is to recognize the beginning of everything. Before any skill, profession, or fortune, there was a yes. A yes from them to life. And a yes from us, when we accepted it. When Bert Hellinger said, "Prosperity begins when we look at our parents with gratitude," he revealed that our relationship with money mirrors our relationship with life itself. Money, like life, flows from a source, and that source is the lineage that brought us here. When we honor this lineage, we say, "I accept all that came before me, just as it was." That acceptance opens the inner doors that allow energy, opportunity, and abundance to circulate. But when we look at our parents with resentment or resistance, we unconsciously say, "I don't want to receive from you." And if we cannot receive from them, the first and most powerful givers, we also struggle to receive from life, from love, from work, and from the world. That is why Hellinger said that gratitude restores the right to receive. In family constellations, there is a principle called the balance between giving and receiving. Every relationship thrives when this balance is respected. But with our parents, it is different. From them, we only receive. We cannot repay them, for what they gave us, life itself, cannot be measured or returned. To try to repay our parents is to fall into guilt. To judge them is to fall into arrogance. To reject them is to cut the roots of our own destiny. True maturity begins when we bow to them and say, "You gave me everything. I will make something good of it." That is the highest form of gratitude. And that gratitude, though invisible, changes everything. It shifts our vibration from lack to abundance, from complaint to creation, from guilt to peace. Because when we finally allow ourselves to receive from our parents, without resistance, without shame, we also allow life to give to us. We open to money, to love, to opportunities, to the mysterious support of the universe that always meets those who are open to receive. Money is love in movement. It flows where there is respect for life. It withdraws where there is resentment, guilt, or disconnection. When we look at our parents with gratitude, we realign ourselves with this flow. We return to the order of love, where the first place belongs to them and the second place belongs to us. In this order, life flows downward, like a river. When we stand against it, with anger, blame, or shame, we block the current. When we turn toward it, with humility and gratitude, the river carries us. And then, what seemed impossible begins to happen. Work becomes lighter. Ideas emerge effortlessly. People appear at the right time. Money arrives with grace. Peace settles in the heart. Because prosperity is not a matter of effort alone. It is a matter of alignment, with life, with love, with the invisible order that sustains everything. Many of us, unknowingly, live in resistance to our parents. Perhaps they hurt us. Perhaps they were absent, or poor, or too strict, or too fragile. We say inside, "I will be different. I will do better." And without realizing it, we separate from them. But when we separate from them, we also separate from life. We cut the invisible cord that connects us to the flow of receiving. We may work hard, we may study, we may chase dreams, yet something remains closed. Money comes and goes. Success feels empty. Love feels distant. Why? Because deep down, a child still says, "I don't want to receive from you." And life, being loyal to our inner posture, responds, "Then you shall not receive." To look at our parents with gratitude is to heal this. It is to say, yes, you were the right ones for me. I take you as my parents. I receive everything that came through you, the light and the shadow, the gift and the pain, and I make it fruitful in my own life. That sentence changes destiny. It restores the flow of giving and receiving. It allows prosperity to return, not as something we chase, but as something that comes naturally, because we are now open to life itself. To receive is not weakness. To receive is humility and strength. It takes courage to bow to those who gave us life. It takes love to see beyond their flaws and recognize their gift. And it takes deep trust to allow abundance to flow again through those channels we once closed with pain. Hellinger used to say that when we look at our parents with respect, something inside us expands. We grow. We stand taller. We become capable of carrying the weight of our own destiny, not as victims, but as creators. From that posture, money feels different. It is no longer something to chase or prove ourselves through. It becomes an ally, a friend, a natural extension of life's generosity. And life, like a loving parent, gives more to those who receive with gratitude. If you wish to feel this movement in your own life, try this inner exercise. Sit quietly. Breathe deeply. Imagine your father standing in front of you. Then your mother beside him. Look at them, not as a child who demands, but as a soul who recognizes. Say softly inside, "You are my father. You are my mother. I take you both as you are, just as life gave you to me. From you came life, and that is enough. I receive it fully, with all its consequences, and I will make something beautiful out of it. Thank you." Then bow, in your heart, or physically if you wish. Feel the weight of those words. Feel the river of energy that begins to flow again through your body, through your life, through your path. This is the moment when gratitude becomes a bridge to prosperity. When the past ceases to be a prison and becomes a source. When money, work, and success begin to respond to your inner posture, not your outer effort alone. Every person carries a lineage. Within that lineage are stories of survival, of loss, of love, of endurance. When we honor that lineage, we connect not only to its wounds but also to its strength. From that strength comes creativity, intuition, intelligence, and the magnetism that attracts abundance. When we honor our parents, we stand upon all those who came before, grandparents, great-grandparents, generations who worked, sacrificed, dreamed. They are behind us, supporting us. And when we acknowledge them, their strength becomes ours. We no longer need to prove anything. We simply flow. We receive and give with love. That is how prosperity becomes a legacy. Not a fleeting success, but a continuous current that nourishes generations to come. So, beloved listener, prosperity does not begin in the bank account. It begins in the heart. It begins with a yes to our parents, a yes to life, a yes to receiving. When we say yes, everything begins to rearrange itself. Work, money, and relationships start to follow a new rhythm, the rhythm of gratitude. Because gratitude is not just an emotion, it is a frequency. It is the vibration of love in harmony with order. And where there is order and love, abundance follows naturally. So today, ask yourself, have I truly received my parents? Have I allowed myself to receive from life? Or do I still carry resentment that blocks my right to prosper? Look deeply. And when you are ready, turn your heart toward them and say yes. That yes will open the gates of prosperity more than any strategy, book, or plan ever could. If this reflection touched your heart, let it settle. Breathe it in. And remember, gratitude toward your parents is gratitude toward life itself. It is the key that unlocks your right to receive love, money, peace, and abundance. What did you feel while hearing these words? Did you recognize any movement within you toward your parents? Can you imagine what prosperity might feel like once you truly say yes to them? Share your reflections in the comments below. Let's walk together in this field of love, healing, and abundance. And if this message resonated with you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, so that more hearts can remember the power of gratitude, the strength of belonging, and the beauty of receiving. From the roots of love to the fruits of abundance, may your life flow freely.